I just shared with the room that AZ is available.
Yeah.
Should help the questions.
How'd the room take it?
I think they'll. We just made AZ available for tonight, so we'll fire it away.
Coach, you talked about the ball movement and going back on film and it getting a little sticky last game. What did you guys notice on film? How can you make some adjustments ahead of Minnesota?
I think it got sticky. I just thought we took the first available, and they made Atlanta really did a good job of keeping us 1-and-out, So that's a big thing. We got to either get stuff off the glass or be great in transition defense. So we saw a lot of those things to fix. In this league, you want to move on to the next game, but if you don't watch film and address those situations, they're going to become even bigger problems because everybody's watching film on how to exploit each other.
Dorothy?
Hi, Coach. What were some of the biggest lessons that you learned from the first game that you want corrected immediately on tonight?
Yeah, I think we got to play, for one reason or another, we came back here at home and those 3 exhibition games, analytics tell you a lot and measurable devices. We didn't play with the same pace that we played in those 3 games, and our spacing was a little bit off. So, hopefully that's rectified and that can change for tonight.
Can you talk about Olivia Miles and what makes her difficult to slow down?
Great vision, great court vision. She makes really good decisions. I think she's been very complimentary to Courtney, right? Now Courtney playing off the ball, and K-Mac. So we got to do a great job stopping her in transition because she gets downhill with her right hand, but she sprays it and that ball moves.
How do you evaluate Alana Smith's performance through 2 games, and what do you want to see from her?
Well, when you look at statistics, you're probably going, okay, she's got to shoot the ball out better, right? She's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah.
So those are 2 things. She's going to have to start knocking down some of those shots. Well, she understands that. She takes pride in that. She's a competitor. So, we need Alana to continue to defend and rebound and finish around the rim and knock down open shots.
Okay.
Coach, you have a former player, Courtney, across from you. What is your message to her, and is there something that you remember the most from your college days?
Well, I'm sure she's going to come down and talk some shit to me on the sidelines, so we'll see how I take that. But no, I'm really proud of her. She's been truly amazing to me and my family. And it's gonna be surreal because I had an unbelievable time coaching her for 4 years.
Great.
Statistically, Courtney got better every year during her time at USF. Just what were some of the ways that you felt like year after year she got ready before the WNBA?
Well, she put in a lot of work. You look at, she was more of a slasher, mid-range, get to the rim. Courtney came off, she'll probably tell you, she came off the bench as a freshman, right? Played behind 2 players that got drafted, in Inga Rakova and Andrea Smith, and she just stuck with it. But she really invested in her game. Look at her 3-point percentage from her freshman year to sophomore all the way to her senior year. Courtney, unbelievable competitor. She loved to win, and she loved going up against the guys every day in practice. For those 2-3 hours, she was an ultimate competitor, but the amount of time that she invested in getting better is a credit to the pro that she is today.
Nikias on the Zoom, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I wanted to circle back to something you said a little bit earlier when you were talking about the spacing being a little bit cleaner. In your experience, what does it take to kind of establish those spacing principles, and what kind of goes into getting that settled?
It just takes time too, because you had so many different people coming in and out of training camp. You had some injuries, and the slots have to be filled, the corners have to be filled. You have to lift up the defense with multiple actions, and I just felt that it wasn't there. And you know, we talk about it on the, you try and make some adjustments, but, you know, our guys know that we let one get away, right? Going up one, going in the fourth quarter, we gave up 2 threes, one on a baseline out of bounds and one on transition defense, and the went from us being up 1 to down 5, and getting our first 5 in the game sooner than we wanted to at the beginning of that fourth quarter.
How do you hope to utilize AZ tonight? Any precautions or concerns for where she's at, percentage-wise, health-wise?
No, I mean, I'm looking forward to her being the first guard off the bench tonight, you know, and again, making sure we find her in transition and then running some half-court options for her to get the basketball. We'll see how she feels, you know, when that first rotation comes out. But is there a certain amount of minutes that she can go or she can't go? I think it's going to be based on how she feels and how the flow of the game is going.
Go to Rob on the Zoom. Rob, go ahead.
Thank you. Rob Johnson from the Podium Finish. Coach, with Alana and Jessica having such deep history in Minnesota system, how much have you leaned on their feedback to help the team capitalize on gaps in the Lynx's defense?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, they give feedback on their own, right? But every year is different. There's a totally different Minnesota team, right? With Heidemann out, Courtney moving over to the slot, Carlton not there. So, it's a different bunch. So sometimes some things that you do on the offensive and defensive end will change some.
Sophie, go ahead.
Thanks, Pam. Hi, Coach. Sophie Dumont here with the Ballers Magazine. I had a question about a walk. She mentioned her comfortability within this offense and how she finds its European-esque similarities in the system here. What have you liked about her activity on the offensive end?
Well, I like her length and I like her athleticism, but again, she's only been here such a short amount of time of practices too. So as she continues to get comfortable in the system and playing multiple positions, then you'll see more time for a walk.
Go to Andrew, go ahead.
Thanks, Pam. As always, Coach, I want to ask you, with your time with USA Basketball, you know, Cheryl Reed, her time in USA Basketball, do you have any bond with each other, and knowing how both of you are the top coaches that you are, just any thoughts about her?
I didn't get to spend time with Cheryl with USA Basketball because it was a different staff. Because I was with the youth teams under 18, under 19, and now with Kara and her staff, Miami, Puerto Rico. Her resume speaks for itself, right? And her success at Minnesota, and the players that she's coached, and also winning an Olympic medal. So there's a great deal of admiration and respect on my end for what she's done. And I know hearing from players that are currently on our team, the respect they have for her, and also how much Courtney enjoys playing for.
Evan, go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Pam. Hey, Coach, so after an emotional home opener loss to Atlanta, what has been the biggest message to the team heading into a quick turnaround against a veteran Minnesota squad?
Just continuing to address things that we are doing well, because we've done a lot of very, very good things in a short amount of time, and things that we need to correct, right? But again, with today and right after this one, we're off tomorrow, and then we got to come back and practice. Will be a little different. We'll actually get to practice a little bit on Saturday, and then the day before a game, you're really getting ready for Washington and then a shoot around. So just continuing to talk about our principles and what we need to do to be successful on both ends of the floor.
Class 1 and Dorothy.
I was going to say along those same lines, how do you balance, it's early, season just started, being patient, but then also creating a sense of urgency after an 0-1 start and all the expectation around the team?
Yeah, I think there was a great deal of expectations winning the 2 preseason games in the fashion that we did, and going on the road on national TV and being in Indiana. But first dose of adversity hit you on opening night coming back at home. So how do you respond from that, right, and not let a loss affect the next game. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing tonight.
Coach,